What's up everybody, Mike here, and in this Path Exile 2 video, I'll be going over some more details that we learned from the dev live stream about the in-game content and other content involved in the early access. This video is going to focus on support gems, passive skill tree, weapon specialization, and items, going a bit more in depth about what each are and what they're about basically, and what they do for you as a player. So Path Exile 2 has a system of support gems that can be combined with your active skills to change how they work. Once you find a support gem, right-clicking it will open up a screen where you can find a variety of recommended support gems for each of your skills you can pick between. You can only have one of each support gem on your character, so you want to think carefully about which support gems can be used best with each skill to get maximum damage. If you want to stick to recommendations, you'll have a great time. But if you want to experiment, then uncheck the recommended button so you can see the full list of support gems that will work with your skill. There are hundreds of support gems to choose from. Each skill can have up to 5 supports socketed to them. If you are clever, you can come up with some exciting ideas. All this is still only scratching the surface, guys. You can make frost vortexes, break enemies' armor, make minions explode, make skills repeat, and so much more. Support gems will drastically change your build, or you can follow my build guide videos I'll make for this game in the near future. Next up is the passive skill tree. Yes, I know, it's huge. There are over 1,500 nodes on it, but try not to be intimidated by it, because it's not as complicated as you think. Each level you get 1 point to put in a tree, and each class starts at a different location, but all share the same tree. Around your section of the tree, you will find relevant bonuses for your character. Don't worry, there are not many wrong choices here. Almost all the starting nodes will be useful for your character in some way. But if you do want to make a change because you don't like a passive or made a mistake, you can respec any nodes you've taken by spending gold. In each cluster, you will have small nodes that give small bonuses like increased damage, but the real power comes from notables, which have more interesting bonuses, and they tend to impact more with how your build works and skills you are using. Here are a few examples for Mercenary, as you can see here in this footage. Each one does something different to benefit the Mercenary. You can get between these clusters in the tree by allocating nodes in the attribute highways. Attribute nodes allow you to pick which attributes you'd like to use. So it's very easy to get attributes for any point you gear might need. You can change any attribute these nodes give you for half price at the respec vendor. In addition to notables, you will find even larger passives called keystones. Keystones have both an upside and a downside, and often require changing your entire build to design around them. An example is Giant's Blood, which allows you to wield two-handed weapons in a one hand, but doubles the attribute requirements of them. Skills like these can be tough to build around, but if you're up for doing it, then it can be very rewarding. And then there is weapon specialization. You can swap between weapon sets on the fly when using certain skills. One of the new features in PoE 2, passive skill tree, is you can have your passive tree change as you switch between weapon sets to take advantage of specific bonuses on the tree. If you just want to stick to one weapon set, you can use these points to invest in whatever you like in the tree, but plenty of players will find creative opportunities with this system. You can get weapon specialization points throughout the campaign from optional bosses and quests. There are lots of other permanent boosts available from the campaign too. On the map, you can identify the icons showing the many optional encounters you can engage in. Some of them have permanent character boosts, and others have powerful items. If you're having trouble getting past a boss, it might be a good idea to explore and see what you can find, which may include permanent buffs like to fire resistance or spirit. And then lastly, let's touch on items, guys. So items in Path Exile 2 can be broken down into 4 rarity groups: normal, magic, rare, and unique. One of the things you will want to do as you progress through the campaign is upgrade the items you find, and you can do that with currency items. All the items that have mods are much more common in PoE 2 than PoE 1, so you can use them throughout the campaign playthrough. You can also get these items by disenchanting gear at a magic item vendor. If you disenchant magic items, you can build up to an orb of transmutation, and by disenchanting rares, you can build up to regal orbs. Another important area in crafting in PoE 2 is sockets. Some items you find will have sockets that have ruins placed in them that add more mods for the item. If you find socketed items you have no use for, then you can take them to a salvage bench in town to work towards an artificer's orb. This will allow you to add sockets to your existing items. If you don't want to disenchant or salvage your items, you can always sell them for gold, which can be used to buy items from vendors. Every time you level up, the vendors get more stock, so make sure to check back often. Other vendors offer a gamble where you pay a flat amount of gold to get a random item of specific type. This could be a great way to improve your gear if you're lucky. Just a reminder, gold is also used to respec your skills. Another thing you may want to use gold for is currency exchange. This allows you to exchange currency with other players on an open market in exchange for a small gold fee. Now, all items in Path of Exile are freely tradable. The devs won't bind anything to your character except gold. Most gear in PoE 2 is randomly generated, but there is another type that isn't, called uniques. They are especially rare, each with a handcrafted set of unusual mods which drastically change your build. Each unique is something you can build your character around. Most unique items should have a potential use in in-game, and each unique item comes with custom art to match. And there you have it. Those are the more details I want to go into, and I still got even more stuff in the next video where I talk about Ascension trials, basically ascendancy classes a bit here, and go details on how you do that. So definitely stay tuned for that. I hope you found this video helpful and you learned something more about PoE 2. If you did, please hit the like, subscribe if you're new, and leave a comment telling me your thoughts about supporter gems, passive skill tree, weapon specialization, or items in PoE 2. Don't forget to check out the links in the description if you want to join the Discord, for example, or you want to go above and beyond with your support. My name is Mike. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.